Let me explain this for the Dana White sycophant shills who've been dick riding Dana White for years during the Francis Ngannou saga. Ngannou got one over so badly on Dana White. He did what was best for him. He did what was best for his career. And he made so much more money than he would have ever made in the UFC. And he did Dana so bad. And when I say bad, I don't mean he did anything wrong. But in Dana's world, Dana's deeply offended by what went down. We took him to more dinners. Francis Ngannou could have went to Dana White's house, whooped his ass, and made him sit in a corner while he consensually had sex with his wife. It could have been Dana White's wife's lover while he's out on the road hanging out with Nina Drama and whatnot. Ngannou could have been Dana White's wife's lover. He could have showed up, whooped Dana, and made him watch. And in Dana's mind, that would have been less disrespectful than what Ngannou actually did to him. Because Ngannou bodied that motherfucker. And that's what sickens me is people acting like that's not the case. These people are detached from reality. Let me explain this to you guys. I truly need you guys to understand this. Anybody saying that Francis Ngannou scammed PFL, they are so low IQ, they don't know what they're talking about. They are a fucking imbecile and an idiot. But they need to carry water for their daddy Dana White, or they just repeat narratives. Either one is just as dumb. You're carrying water for Dana White, or you're just repeating narratives. It makes no sense. I've broken this down for years. By the way, not only did PFL get a good deal with Francis Ngannou to this day, Francis Ngannou got a decent deal with PFL as well. A groundbreaking deal with PFL as well. It drives me fucking nuts when people suggest otherwise. The funniest thing Francis Ngannou ever did was get MMA fans to pretend like they cared about regional PFL Africa events. Dana White could have found out that Francis Ngannou was dicking down his wife, and that would have been worse. This would have been worse. What he did to him contractually was worse for Dana. All the people, and the people pretending like Francis doesn't want to be active, they're not paying attention. They're truly not paying attention. They're like, man, Francis must have been so hard to do. But there's this dumb motherfucker I see on Twitter all the time. And I've just started quoting these clowns. I don't know who they are exactly. But like some dumb motherfucker, I swear these dudes are so low IQ, they don't know what they're talking about at all. Someone quoted, Ngannou said, I'm one step closer to knocking out Jake Paul when he announced that he's fighting on Netflix. By the way, that card on Netflix that Ngannou is going to be a part of is going to be bigger than the White House card, just so you know. Someone said, yikes, bro threw his whole legacy away. He'll knock out Lins, then he wants Jake Paul after beating Czech's Notes, Fajeda. At least he's getting paid, but talk about a damn fall off. I literally quoted that and said, Ngannou definitely, quote, threw his whole legacy away. He could have been fighting the likes of Spivak, Kuniev, and Tybura in the UFC. Everything I've said has become the reality. It's insane to me, these people. They're like, man, if Francis would have been in the UFC, he would have made 1/10 of the money that he made outside the UFC. He would have been just as inactive because the UFC is a piece of shit, and he would have had no one to fucking fight because the UFC is leveraging other fighters against each other for contract negotiations. Yeah, I'm sure he would. You guys think he would have fought Tom Aspinall by now? You think he would have fought Jon Jones by now? Probably not. Let the record show if Francis Ngannou never fought another time today, from today on, he never fought again. He bent Dana White proverbially. I don't know if I can say that. Never mind. He embarrassed and humiliated Dana White badly.